Welcome to the TST podcast. We're queer, you're here.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Kris. And today we are just going to talk. What's our topic of today?
The topic of today is the stigma, especially in the queer community, about certain topics like erectile dysfunction, STIs, intimacy issues, all of those kinds of things.
Just that in general.
Yeah.
What have you been doing this week?
Not a whole lot exciting, to be honest with you. I've been doing my usual of doing my little social care thing with my nanny.
Yeah.
Take her shopping and do her cleaning. My mum went in for her little liver biopsy thing this week.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully all of that's going to be all right for her.
Yeah, it's been a bit eventful then.
A little bit eventful.
Yeah.
And then obviously yesterday we went to the seaside.
That was great.
That was so much
We'll
fun.
talk about that in, more in a minute, but yeah, you know what I really like? Your whole nanny thing where you go look after your nanny and stuff. It's so cute. She just every day goes and sees her nanny, takes her uptown, goes shopping and stuff. It's so cute.
She's my little bestie.
It's so cute. I absolutely adore.
She's my little bestie.
I adore that. What have I been doing this week? I think mainly I've just been focused on the YouTube thing and posting TikToks and stuff. Just trying to get my name out there, trying to get that positivity out there.
Yeah.
That queer vibe positivity.
Good queer vibes.
But I feel like the highlight of the week was yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
Yesterday was so fun. So we went down to London first to get my car exhaust done, which was fun.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed the whole masculine me putting my windows down, listening to my exhaust.
Yeah. And proceeding to talk about it for further 6 hours, and I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. I really that's something I really love about myself. Is I can be feminine, but I can also still be masculine at the same time.
Yeah.
I still enjoy my car. I still enjoy doing them sorts of things, and I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
It makes me feel complete, even more complete than I am now. It's so crazy. But yeah, we went and did my exhaust. That was fun. It's so loud. It's incredible.
Give them the impression that you like to do it.
So I've made a video. I'm going to post that on my TikTok probably Monday or Sunday or something. Probably tomorrow. But then we went to Southend on Sea. And that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
What did we do?
We walked for about 15 minutes 4 times.
Oh my god, that walk was incredible.
It was insane.
Your feet are absolutely effed.
Ruined, wearing platform Doc Martens.
Never again.
Never again.
No.
I will be an old lady and go buy a pair of Skechers or something.
Honestly though, you say that though, Skechers are incredible. They're so comfy. They are comfy.
I don't know if you can ever catch me in a pair of Skechers though.
Why?
We know I choose fashion over function every
fashion
time.
Over function.
Every time.
That is tea. That is tea.
We went to the arcades.
That was fun.
That was fun. Enjoyed that.
Yeah. I won you a little teddy.
You did. You got me a little Charizard.
What can I say? I'm just great at the claw machines.
I mean, to be fair, I set you up for it. I had the first go. It picked it up and then dropped it. So you just had to pick it and shift it. So it was a team effort.
So.
It was a team effort.
Okay, it is a team effort. But
Thank
we won that little toy. No, that's your son.
That is my child. He is my son.
He's this big. Charmander.
He's my little baby.
It's funny. And then we did a bit of boxing on the thing.
Yeah.
I am convinced, so I watched back the video of me doing that punch. I'm convinced I got 999.
Yeah.
Because it kept flashing.
Okay.
I wouldn't. No, what can I say? Got these big femboy muscles. Got the big punches.
I had an adequate. What did I get?
500, 530 or something.
That is adequate enough.
I think that's good enough.
That is adequate. That's enough to hit a man.
Yeah, hit a man, knock him out.
Exactly.
I think it also matters where you hit him though.
I'm sure. Get him inside of the temple. They're dead.
Yeah, dead.
Tea.
What else did we do? I got ice cream. You didn't have ice cream. He was but then what happened after? I got ice cream.
Well, exactly. IBS flare up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, but you know what? I've got past this whole like I might as well just eat what I want, when I want, how I want, because no matter what I eat, it goes straight through. And it hurts, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Except I like to minimise the hurt that it does.
Yeah,
so,
true.
I'd rather be sensible and miss out.
But I think, like, we was going to do the podcast on the beach as well, weren't we?
We were.
But, like, the wind was insane. It
was,
would have blown over the tripod. It would have blown, like, our mics off. Hair would have been everywhere.
Exactly. Like,
makeup would have been gone.
We had to shout at each other when we were walking just to hear what we were saying.
But yeah, that was a fun, eventful day.
It was.
The drive home was so like I was out of it.
Yeah, it was like chill vibes.
I still feel like I'm a bit out of it now.
Yeah, no, I don't fully feel awake.
No, but we've got to commit to the cause. The podcast always comes first.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when you think about it, it was like a 17-hour day.
I know, it was crazy.
So it was
so good though. I really enjoyed it. It was incredible.
Definitely. I had a great time. So the topic of today is all to do with the stigma, particularly in the queer community, when it involves things in regards to erectile dysfunction, sexual trauma, not being into certain things, not meeting certain criteria, not being a certain level of standards. It's because I understand the stigma is everywhere in every community, but I feel like in the queer community, like they just hold it to such an unattainable
100%
standard just all of the time. Like you have to say that you're a dom when you're not.
Well, it's like what you said to me the other day, like when you said about like people on Grindr, like you said, because you're trans, they expect you to have like a massive piece, like you got to be massive packing down there because you're trans.
Exactly, it's like you have to fit into this fetishized cartoon version of yourself.
How does that make sense?
Yeah,
like it doesn't make sense to me.
No,
but it's like why? Where has this standard been built from?
Yeah,
like where's it come from?
Exactly, like I genuinely don't get it. It's no, I don't know. I'm a masculine guy, so I have to be the dom, or I have to be the top. Or I'm a bottom, so that means I can't be in charge. And like, there's so many unrealistic standards.
It is 100%. Like a guy will say he's dom, right? But then he's not dom because when you talk to him, he's saying like, "Oh, mummy, I want to do this to you, and mummy this, and mummy that. I'll do this for you."
Well, that's it. I'm your sub, but I've never been a sub for anybody else, and it's like.
Where's your dom vibes when you said you were a dom?
Exactly. If you're not a dom, you don't have to be one. That's fine.
But obviously, like, I think when we were going to talk about this thing, like, I think the biggest thing was like the whole thing that you're going through now. The whole like, I don't know, what's it called?
Well, it's being a trans woman.
I need to do more research into this.
Probably.
Yeah.
A lot of not all trans women. It's different for every single person's bodies. But most trans women will experience some degree of erectile dysfunction because of HRT. I've been on HRT for nearly a decade now. So after a certain point of time, muscles start to atrophy, the blood vessels down there start to close up, and then you're not getting the spontaneous erections that men do during the night and like morning wood, and like you stop getting all of them, which is the body doing it. It's general maintenance. That's how the body makes sure everything's still working. And because the HRT stops it doing that, it stops functioning the way that it once did. So, for me, personally, I'm a trans woman who has decided that I am happy with the way that my body is now. I'm happy with the genitalia that I've got. I'm happy with the way that I express myself and present myself to the world, and I don't want to make any more changes to that. So, I'm now going down the medical route of speaking to a GP about getting erectile dysfunction medication to help me in those scenarios. Yeah. And I already know with this upcoming appointment, not only am I going to have to fight to get that medication, I am then also going to have to half explain to a medical professional why
you want that.
Myself as a female identifying person wants an erectile dysfunction medication to make things work again.
Yeah, but like, I feel like it's for your happiness, though.
Exactly.
it's the bottom line is it's for your happiness. Like it's not.
No,
you're not doing it just because.
Yeah.
Like you're doing it for you. That's why I said to you the other day. Like you should do it for you.
Yeah.
If you make sure it's going to make you more happy, like everything you do, like sexually, all your normal experiences in life, it doesn't matter what it is, but like everything's going to make you happy. So like you need to make everything in your life as best as it can so you are happy.
Exactly.
So if that is getting the erectile dysfunction meds, like go do it.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Make you happy. Because there is just this standard that as trans people, it's the end goal to have bottom surgery. You are not complete.
Yeah, but you don't have
You are not whole. You are not fully transitioned until you have had gender reassignment surgery.
Yeah, but it's not a trans. Yeah, but like you didn't go into a transition to do that, have you? You got in there so you can be more you.
Exactly. My goal was to align my body with the way that I felt on the inside, and being identified by other people as a female in the street, she, her pronouns, having my breast augmentation, having long hair, wearing makeup, being identified as a woman brings me happiness. I don't then need to have gender reassignment surgery for that happiness, because that at this current stage in my life, it might change, it might not. But at this current stage of my life, that is not going to bring me happiness.
Well, no, because like at the end of the day, like you don't need everything.
No.
What you transition and you do the things that you want for your body.
Yeah.
You know, like if you don't want to get bottom surgery, you don't need to.
Exactly.
You still identify as a woman because you are.
Exactly.
That's what you are. That's what you want, and that's what you're gonna be. Yeah. You know.
And it's like it's.
But then there's that like stereotype, isn't there? Of like, oh my god, because you're trans, you're a woman, you need to be a woman.
Yeah, that's it. Oh no, you're only a woman with a penis because you haven't had the surgery yet, not because you want to keep it.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's trans women everywhere that keep their penis.
Yeah, absolutely there is.
But what's wrong with it then? What everyone else is doing?
Exactly.
It's stupid. And I don't think like the doctors help either. Like, why have you got to sit and explain?
Yeah.
Why you want it?
I already know disappointment is that I'm going to have to explain my entire being and reasons just to get this medication.
And it reminds me of the whole like, obviously, like when I was talking to Selena about it, because obviously Selena's going through this whole like gender clinic thing, and it's like you've got to go to the doctor, and then you got to go to a different doctor to get an assessment.
Yes.
To like so they can understand why you want it.
Yeah.
I know it's a big thing and everything, but like I don't think you would go through that process if you didn't want it.
No.
So
not to mention now, the average waiting list to get an initial appointment at a gender clinic is 7 years long.
Crazy.
That's the initial appointment. That's not even to get any medications or any diagnoses. That is just the first line of contact.
It's stupid.
7 years.
It shouldn't be like that. It should be because like I don't know, like when I was speaking to my mum about this, and it's like they've made it so you can do these transitions and you can be who you want to be, but then they're going back on themselves now by like putting these waiting lists in, like people saying like, oh no, it's not okay anymore.
Yeah.
And like the whole toilet thing that we spoke about last time.
Yeah.
It's like it's just all these things of like you've gone back on yourself.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's like I saw a comment on a post the other day, and it was the most backhanded I'm trying to be supportive thing in the world. There was this woman was saying, I was supportive of trans rights and people being whoever they wanted to be, and I was fully supportive of that until they started pushing it down our throats and entering our female spaces and going to our bathrooms and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, no, you were never supportive of trans women then.
Well, you're not.
You were never supportive of trans women.
No. But it's like, question, do you go into the women's toilet harassing people?
No.
No, that's what I mean. So what's
I go in, use the toilet, and come out. And if anything, I'm the one who is scared.
Yeah, because you get harassed.
I go in with a significant level of anxiety. I walk in. I don't even make a cough when I'm in the bathroom, because I do not want anyone to have any reason to believe that I am trans and I am in their space. It's head down into the cubicle, wash hands out.
Yeah,
that is it. That is done.
It's silly. It really is silly. It shouldn't be like that.
No. Like, I won't even sort of like check my makeup in the mirror.
It annoys
I will
me.
get out the bathroom and then look on the camera on my phone to check my makeup.
It's the same for me as well. Like, because obviously, like, I don't know, like, I don't really feel comfortable going to the women's toilet. And I don't really feel comfortable going in the men's toilet.
No.
So, like, I just go in, like, if there is a disabled toilet,
yeah.
I know it's bad to say you do that, but, like, I do generally want to go in the disabled toilet.
Well, yeah.
Because I don't feel comfortable in either.
No.
Because, like, if I go in the women's toilet, I'm like, oh my God, get out, you're a man. But, like, no, I'm not a man.
No.
And I have no harm against women.
No.
Like, I'm not going to hurt anyone. But then the same is, like, if I go in a men's toilet, I feel like I can't look at myself in the mirror because people are like, oh my God, what the hell is he doing? And, like, even though I'm not a he.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, he's got makeup on. And it's all going to be like that. And it's like, oh, just can't be bothered for it.
It is.
And this is why I do generally like going to the disabled toilet. I know I shouldn't because I don't have a disability.
But it offers you that level of safety, which I would argue is more important than somebody being self-righteous about that's not your facilities to use.
I think it would be nice if there was a, like, non-gendered toilet.
Yeah.
Because, like, for me, as non-binary, like, I do worry about going to the men's toilet. Yeah. Even now, like, but then I'm like, I want to go in the women's toilet as well because I'd probably be safer, but then I'm still scared.
Yeah. So
it's like, what do I do?
That's how it is. They're just trying to alienate anybody who is not a gender binary.
No, literally. It's silly.
And it is insane because the last 20 years of progress we as a country have made to be inclusive. Like, I think it was like 5-10 years ago, something like that. We were number one on, I think it's the Rainbow, I don't know if it's the Rainbow Roads, can't remember the title entirely. We were number one on their list when they did a survey for safest countries for LGBT people to exist in.
Well, there you go then.
We have dropped down to 22, I think.
Well, no surprise.
Exactly.
Especially after the stuff has been happening recently.
Yeah. And it's like, how can we go as the safest country for LGBT people to live in to down to one of the unsafest?
But it's all to do with who's in charge of the place. And it's all to do with the people generally. Yeah. Just not accepting each other.
That's it.
You know, that's all I want from, like, our country. Just everyone just accept each other.
Yeah.
Like, what I do and what you do, what we both do, has no effect on other people. Yeah, we're posting a podcast.
Yeah.
But we're doing it for a positive way so other people can see, like, it's okay to do that.
Exactly.
But, like, it's also, like, why?
Yeah, it's like the whole, like, with like, being, like, trans and the whole stealth. Go your whole life, because for the solid, at least first 10, 11 years of my transition, the whole goal was stealth. Blend into the cishet society. Don't stand out. The whole reason why I even entertained the idea of getting gender reassignment surgery was because I was in a society that was built around cis people. So when I would speak to men who identified as straight, oftentimes they would say, love everything except that. Once you've got that changed, we'll talk.
But that's silly. That's so silly.
Yeah.
But that also, I think that's a massive insecurity, with especially, like, cisgendered people.
Yeah.
Is like, if you don't have what they have or what they expect, then it's I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's an insecurity where they're scared of the fact that they might like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know.
And that is how most trans women end up getting murdered.
I know, it's horrible.
Because it typically tends to be cis men,
cis
straight men want to live out the fantasy they've had in their head for all these years. They do it, they get the post-nut clarity, and then they regret it.
That's what we were saying when we went down to we was having fish and chips, and, like, we were saying about post-nut clarity.
Yeah,
and it's like, men will do that. They'll have a fantasy. They'll finish, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what? Like, who are you?"
Yeah, and it's like, okay, all of a sudden I'm disgusted at myself now.
But this is why I keep, like, saying to you, like, don't go for these cisgender people, because a lot of the time it is that.
Yeah, honestly, I would say over maybe the last 8 months has been that I've just stopped talking to straight guys, and a lot of people seem to can't understand as well. It's like how gay or queer men, people, however someone identifies, how they could be attracted to me. And it's like, oftentimes in the queer community, it's less so a attracted to just, oh, I'm attracted to a man, and more so I'm attracted to femininity or masculinity. So there's a much more of a broader spectrum of acceptance with connection. Whereas in the cis-het world, it's you need to fit my perfect little cookie cutter ideals and ideas, or it's not happening.
Yeah, it's true. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like going back to like the whole your erectile dysfunction thing, like and going on meds and stuff. I think also like when you experience in sex, like when you do get a hard on, like it adds to that like pleasure. It adds to that horniness.
It adds to the
that experience. You know, like for you, like if you're not gonna get bottom surgery because you don't want to, and you feel like you're complete already, why not make your bottom half work? You know,
exactly.
Like and enjoy like sex through that as well. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hotter for you. It's gonna be more pleasurable for you, and you're probably gonna be more. You're gonna want it to do it more.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna feel more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But then I think also it depends on who you do go with.
Well, yeah.
Like I said to you, like don't just go with someone just because they're being nice.
Yeah.
Like go with someone who actually like wants that ask you what's going through like your mind, and like go with someone who, not gonna toot my own horn, but someone like me, like because I understand like everything you're going through.
Yeah.
You know, like I have tried, like I've been through all my stuff that I've gone through with my whole gender, but like I also understand what you're going through. You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should go for people more like in our community.
Yeah. And it's that also kind of leads like into the realm of the topic of a lot of people not understanding things related to like sexual trauma and the difficulties certain people may face based on negative experiences they've had in the past. You know, it's like, oh, I can't do this certain thing because I have trauma from the past causing it, and the response will always be, "Oh, don't worry, I can fix you."
Yeah, but you can't.
And it's like it's not about fixing; it's about working together to make somebody feel comfortable enough that they want to experience those things again.
Of course, it's silly that whole thing of like, oh my god, I can fix you. Oh my god, I can do this for you.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And it's also like, it's not to do with you as a person.
No.
Like it's to do with me. You know, like if I have a problem from trauma, like it's got nothing to do with the person I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's to do with my personal like experience from my past that I got to try and deal with in my own time.
Yeah.
Like I would say like because I've got trauma from certain things.
Plenty
in my
of trauma.
past. Yeah. So like the way I would need someone to show me that as a safe space.
Yeah.
To be able to like tell them my trauma and to like experience it and like show them. But like if you're not doing that, then
no,
you're not going to fix me.
And it's like they kind of go hand in hand with the topic of the erectile dysfunction, and then with the trauma, it's the whole "I can fix you" thing. It's like it also leads into the how I feel is not a reflection on you. You know, somebody did X to me, so you can't do X to me. That is not a reflection of the way I would feel about you. It's a thing that has happened in my past that I need to get through. And then how that relates with the erectile dysfunction is somebody who's got erectile dysfunction will struggle to get an erection. Oh, don't worry, you know, I'll give it my best shot. And it's like, well, no, because it's not going to work.
No, it's not going to work.
It's an anatomical problem. It's not going to work. And then you're going to get defeated. And then you're going to feel insecure. And then you're going to take it out on me. And it's not going to be any fun for anybody.
No, it's silly.
It is so silly.
Like, it's not going to work.
No.
If my downstairs is not going to work, there's no way that you're going to be able to make it work.
No, exactly.
You know?
So if I'd lost a limb,
you're not going to be able to regrow
yeah,
it.
exactly. You're not going to turn around and say, "Oh no, I'll give it my best shot. We'll try and regrow it." Like, no, it's not going to happen.
It makes me laugh sometimes.
It does. It's so ridiculous.
It's like when we was talking the other day. Like it comes like Grinder.
Yeah.
Like that's how
queer hookup culture is insane.
Like when they say stuff like that, oh my god, I'll help you and I'll fix you.
Yeah,
you're not going to make it work, honey.
No,
it don't work already.
You're neither a GP nor are you a therapist, so you're not going to fix anything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
Can I make an example of what we spoke about with your whole thing with like the whole dominant? You don't want me to be dominant. You don't want people to be dominant.
Yeah.
Obviously, I won't like say it's me, but like when you spoke about it the other day, like I can say about the whole.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like the other day when we was talking, and I like, well, this is an example of like what we were speaking about, the whole trauma thing. Like you don't, when we're speaking, you kind of like want to be in control.
Yeah.
So like you find it very hard to let someone be dominant with you.
Yeah.
And I think that obviously that comes from trauma.
Yeah.
Because like you find it hard to let someone be in control because you don't want someone to be in control and hurt you again.
And that's it. And that's it. Like safety is in control.
And it's like, for example, like, yes, you can't let someone dominate you now, but if you get over that, you can get there eventually, you know.
Yeah,
but then it goes back to the whole thing. It's not whoever you're with. It's not your fault.
No,
and it's not like you might want the person to dominate you.
Yeah,
but you just can't let that person do it yet.
That's it. It's like the control is the safety for me. So the idea of letting somebody else have control in a situation that has significantly hurt me in the past, it's non-negotiable. It's undoable.
Yeah.
It's as soon as you give up the safety of the control, it's like the amount of risks that come to it in like, even if you know they're completely illogical.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. But
you're still going to have that.
But they're there.
Yeah.
And they are valid. They are absolutely valid. And it's frustrating. Like, you know, it's frustrating for myself as much as it is for a future partner.
Yeah.
But they are just things that somebody needs to work with me.
Yeah.
On.
Like I think,
you know, it's not your job to fix me.
No.
But one way to make this work is you can help me by asking me how I need help.
Yeah. And I think that's the best thing for someone to do, like especially if you're going to be with someone. It's just creating that safe place for you to be able to go to them and be like, look, I can't do this right now. But like, if we work on this and so forth, like we can get there eventually.
But
like people get in their head and like, oh, I can't do it now. I can't fix you now. So like, how I can't fix you, but like it's not about fixing people.
No,
it's about supporting and like giving that person that safe place. Like especially with sex, like sex needs to be a safe environment.
Exactly, it needs to be safe and it needs to be enjoyable for all parties.
All parties, yeah.
And it took me an extraordinarily long time to understand that I'm not broken. I'm not what's wrong.
No.
I had something that was my God-given right taken away from me. And my reactions to that situation are completely normal. And it took me an incredibly long time to get to the point where like, I understand that there is nothing wrong with me.
No, it's not.
But again, with this whole savior complex a lot of people have, they would make it their mission, and if that mission failed, you're the problem.
No.
Every time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but you're not.
No.
I don't know. I think that whole like topic is sensitive, but it's also like people need to just get this whole savior thing out of their head.
They do.
Because like at the end of the day, like no matter what you do, like trying to save me from something, you're not gonna do.
Yeah. And it's the stigma with it all as well. It's like with the erectile dysfunction medication, there's the stigma about, oh, it's embarrassing to say that I've got that, or people who are on PrEP, or who are HIV positive. a lot of people don't even understand the whole undetectable means untransmittable thing, and it's like,
yeah, no.
This is your community. You should be educated on this.
That's what I mean. I feel like if you're going to say something, you're gonna get offended by things. Like, educate yourself first, because like at the end of the day, if you don't know, why are you saying stuff?
Exactly, and even people who go and like regular sexual health checkups. Oh, just letting you know that I'm clean. I had an STI check done. Ooh, well, how many people are you sleeping around with? That's dirty. That's filthy. Da, 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 da. And it's like, no, they're just being cautious and they're being safe. Yeah. Why are we stigmatizing people being safe? Well, I don't get it.
It's silly. Like, I mean, I got tested because obviously I get regularly tested because I want to be safe. I don't necessarily sleep around with those people. Like, I've probably had 2 people that I've had sex with in the past like month or so.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I haven't done it many times, but I'm still going to get tested because I want to be safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't know what them people are doing. Like,
no,
when they're not seeing me.
Like,
no, like they could be doing anything. So like, yeah, I got tested. I'm clear.
Yeah,
and I'll keep getting tested. Even if I'm not having sex, I get tested.
You know, the phrasing I hate is when it comes to HIV, AIDS, or just even regular STIs, is the term you're either clean or you're dirty.
Oh my god.
You are not dirty.
No.
For getting an STI.
Because a lot of the time it's not your fault.
No.
Because the person that has something won't tell you that, and then they'll have sex with you, and then you get it. So it's like,
yeah. I do not like the phrasing clean or dirty.
It's stupid.
It's you're either positive or you're negative.
That's it.
That should be the only phrasing that gets used.
That's it. Yeah. I think that's also like when I'm on Grindr as well. That's why I've got like when I've been tested on there. Yeah. Because I want people to see like, oh, it's okay. They've been tested. Yeah, it's fine. But like, I'll get regularly tested because I want to be safe.
Well, that's it. You're keeping yourself and your future partners safe. And that is insane to me that there's a stigma around that. You wanting to keep yourself safe and other people safe. That shouldn't be stigmatized.
But I think it's always going to be because even when I was at school, like the whole thing, like there's so many jokes about, oh my god, you got AIDS. Oh my god, you got the clap.
Yeah, that's it. There's like the phrase when I was at school was always, oh my god, yeah, that's AIDS. It was the new way of saying that's gay.
Yeah, like, and oh my god, you got AIDS.
That's AIDS. Like,
oh
what?
My god. And it's like, I remember when I was at school, like any like gay couple that you've seen or anyone that was like generally you knew that was gay, it's like, you got AIDS.
Yeah.
Just because they're gay.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
It's insane.
How do you
the fact that school children have picked that up through friends, family, society.
But it's probably still a thing at school now. I guarantee
it absolutely is. It absolutely is.
It's silly. It shouldn't be like that.
No. But the fact that children don't even know what AIDS is, but know that it's negative, and they use that as a line of attack towards people. It's crazy.
Now we've come to the section of our game, the 3 Bs.
3 Bs.
B, 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 B.
B, 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 B.
Right. So, this game is... Can I explain it?
Do I want to be inside them? Mm-hmm. Do I want them to be inside me? Or do I want to be them?
Cool. So, we pick 3 people. We normally like alternate. So you last
episode was mine.
And this time is me.
This one it's yours.
So the first person we've got is Addison Rae.
I mean, that photo in particular, she could get a strap.
Yeah.
Yep. She could get a strap.
See, I really like her, like just her in general. Like I love her music. I just love her vibe.
Yeah.
But I think I would be inside her.
Yeah.
Just because I know what the next 2 are. Yeah. So what are you going for?
She can get the strap on.
So
she can be inside me.
Okay, inside you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, you might regret what you just said then.
Oh,
no. The next one.
Tell them who it is.
So number 2 is Ross Lynch, and obviously, like, oh, Ross Lynch, he's gorgeous, gorgeous man. Like, I've seen him live with the Driver Era, and honestly, like, he is unreal. He takes his top off like every show, and it's like, ugh. He has a cowboy hat on, like with his like blue jeans on, with his little cowboy belt. And it's like,
you know what? I'll be the top.
You think?
Yeah, I'll be inside him. I'll be the top.
I would have him inside me. He's unreal. I just adore him. I think he's so attractive.
Gorgeous man. Gorgeous man.
But yeah, the last one. Are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah.
I already know what I'm going to say to this because obviously I've got no option. But
well, my only option now is to be them, and I would happily be them.
So the last one is Vladimir. So we know who Vladimir is, but like not everyone knows. But like
Vlad is a gorgeous person.
We'll show you a picture because like Vladimir. We love Vladimir. I love like his videos and like the videos are incredible.
Yeah, I love the social experiment of it all.
Like you can, you know what I really respect about the videos of like what they do is like when they're out in public and you're seeing these guys that are like this, and like these men that come up to you and like just like harass you.
Yes,
it's really helpful for like women especially.
Yeah,
and people that are like feminine like in nature is what to do and what not to do.
Do you think there's a wider conversation to be had about it? But it's like obviously Vlad goes from doing the girl voice to going his man voice. Most cis women don't have that in their arsenal, so they just have to keep dealing with.
And I think like
the persistency of men.
It's good that Vlad does that because like at the end of the day, if someone actually did try something, I mean, it's a bad day for you.
So to get Vlad is one punch out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would love to be Vlad.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, I know I would happily be Vlad. Definitely.
Cool.
I think that was a very good selection.
So I'll put that down in the description again, and then you guys can let us know what you think.
For sure.
We've got to the section now called
Let's Get Ready to Ramble.
So what are we going for today?
Today, we are rambling about Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Okay.
Because not only is that what's it man... Don't we raise my blood pressure? Ooh, my good God. But more specifically, I watched a TikTok recently of somebody who did a word-for-word transcript of this man at a summit meeting. And when I say it is like watching somebody with dementia sundown, it is rambling upon rambling, incoherent, none of it makes any sense. He's on about a guy named Sean who rides a bike to work, but now a different Sean who's a lumberjack. No, Sean, different Sean. And they were trying to stick the copper to the glass and it wasn't working. And it was like, what is this man on about?
I don't know. I think, I don't know. I don't really like Trump. I think he's a idiot. But like, what I don't get yet is like America. Like, no offense to America, but like, why do they keep picking these presidents that are like 50 plus?
Literally.
It's like, for example,
Trump is the oldest person ever to be elected president. And
is he? I think he's older than him.
No.
I thought Biden's
not in time of being instated, no.
Really?
Yep, Trump was older than Biden when he got reinstated.
Oh my God.
But the thing that was getting me is I saw somebody, the weirdest take of trying to rewrite history was somebody saying about how they don't care about the fact that Biden was diagnosed with cancer because Biden's going to get to die surrounded by his family when during COVID, because of Biden, nobody got to die with their families. Trump was president during COVID, not Biden.
Trump's an idiot. I think he'll probably cause a war. Like
he is. It's like he's determined to.
But like, you know, this is going back to the whole thing of like, why are they picking these like old people?
Yeah.
Like, no offense, like they might be good at it, but like Joe Biden, have you not seen the videos of him where like he's on stage and he's talking?
Yeah.
And he'll be talking and he'll just stop.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
And then he'll start saying the same fucking thing again.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
You're right. It's like, and you see the ones where he just freezes.
Yeah.
And he's like, so, and then,
yeah.
And like the way he's talking.
I watched another TikTok of someone taking the mick out of Trump the other day. And he was doing like a little press conference meeting, and as he walked away, the hallway was like here. The press were here. Instead of turning and going that way to go down the hallway, he turned and went that way and literally like towards the wall. And so one of his staff had to turn him around to walk down the hallway. Yeah, he was heading straight to go walk into the wall.
He's an idiot. But it's also like what he's doing now with the whole trans people, like not being existing, basically.
No. So I'm legally not allowed to enter that country. No. It's insane.
But it's also like the thing, like trans people are not allowed to be in the military now.
No.
In America, you can't go into the military.
No.
And like that's like having a knock-on effect everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like I watched the news the other day, and like trans women can't play football now with women.
No.
And it's like
trans women aren't allowed to participate in
anything.
The World Championship chess tournament.
What the hell? Like what?
Because apparently me have big man brain.
Yeah.
Me smarter than woman. Me win chess.
It's silly. Like I feel like Trump is like sort of like one of these leaders that are like pushing it.
Oh yeah.
Pushing it to the whole like.
Well, I mean, Trump, and he's got like Musk in his corner as well. You know the man who looks like a transformer, like halfway through.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I hate him as well.
You know when Transformers go from the cars to the robots, like Elon's like when at that halfway stage.
He's weird.
Yeah, like he got stuck halfway, and he's
stupid.
Weird.
They're all stupid though. They're all like trying to get rid of trans people and stuff, but like you're never gonna get rid of us.
No,
you're never gonna get rid of all of these like this community. No, everyone who's gonna be here.
It's like they're like, oh yeah, trans people didn't exist 5 years ago. It's like, well, no, we have existed for
a long time,
centuries. It's just so happens that when Hitler got into power, he burnt the Library of Sexology, which was all recorded documentation of every trans person ever.
Well, yeah.
They burned it all to the ground. So, like, yeah, of course, documentation of trans people isn't going to exist from beyond, like, the 1950s.
No. I know, Trump, man. I really... Just, like, waste of space, isn't he?
Waste. Absolute waste of breath.
Like, when are they actually going to get someone who's, like, accepting of everything?
Well, exactly. Like, with his deportation policies and his blatant racism and... his transphobia and his xenophobia and his homophobia and his misogyny. And there's people out there like, yeah, this is a good man to put into power.
It's like this is an example of like how bad he is. I've seen a video of I think it was another podcast on talking about Trump. And it was someone that's closer to Trump. He's playing golf with someone. And he was playing golf, and this reporter comes up to him and says, "Oh, we've got this this other reporter over here that wants to have a conversation with you." It's like, oh, it's a woman. And he's like, oh, is she attractive? And the guy's like, she's all right. They set it up then. And it's like, what? So we're saying then, if she was not attractive to you, you wouldn't do it?
That's it. You're not allowed to interview him because you're not attractive. Like...
Oh, it's just... He is an idiot.
He is.
It annoys me.
It does bring me in some sort of comfort that realistically he will die in the next 10 years. Like, it brings me some kind of comfort knowing that at least. But the amount of damage that he can do in the next 4 years of his presidency is insane. He's ruining their economy, and people are like, no, he's making it better for us, I promise. No, he's not. World? Literally.
The guy's nearly...
tariffs on everything.
The guy's nearly been killed like 3 times.
Yeah. All I'm saying is people need to get better aim.
I know. But then, like, I feel like a lot of them have been in inside jobs. Like, especially the one that hit his ear.
Yeah, no, that was like, no, I don't believe that was real.
Have you seen like the plot and everything?
Yeah.
The where like his security snipers are, they can see.
Yeah.
Like the line of sight
Yeah.
where the shooter was.
Not to mention, less than a week later, his bandage was off his ear, and there wasn't even so much as a wound.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's all like
Didn't even have so much as a scab.
could be like staged. But
Yeah,
then, like, again,
I 100% believe it was staged. 100%.
Is it because people got hit with bullets, didn't they? So,
but that was more than likely from his own
doing
like sniper team trying to catch the shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Because why would his Secret Service not escort him off of the stage? Why would he duck down behind
people?
The Secret Services, their job is to take a bullet for him.
Yeah.
So they should shield his body and get him off stage. Why were they all stood around not doing anything whilst he was hiding behind the podium?
I don't know. I think it's all weird. America is a weird place, and
yeah,
if we like get into it, we'll be here all bloody day talking about.
Honestly, we can make a whole other podcast just on Trump.
No, we can make a whole podcast on theories of America.
Oh, that's true as well.
Might be the next one.
It's conspiracy theories about America.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't believe it's real. I've been there. Don't believe it's a real place.
You been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been to America? I've not been. When the hell did you go to America?
I went to Orlando when I was 11, 12.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was not fun actually. Went to Disneyland, went Universal Studios.
Nice.
It's fun.
How did you manage to do that?
Nanny sold a house.
And you got like, oh, okay.
And rather than like keeping inheritance, they just gave the money. So she gave the money to like my mum and
to do things.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she took us to Orlando.
It's always a good experience. I want to go to America, but then again, is it going to be really hard to get there now?
Yeah. So I mean, like, it is against the law for me to enter that country now. So it's like,
it's stupid.
I don't think I could do that anytime soon.
No. That is the end of this episode of the TST podcast. We hope you've enjoyed. Me.
We hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, listen, follow, whatever else things you have to do.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoy these podcasts because we love making them.
It is a lot of fun making them.
I love just sitting here and like talking crap.
I'm a yapper, so like this is the perfect career path for me to go down.
100%. But yeah, cool. We'll see you in the next one.
See you later.
Bye.